Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with more Unreal World today, continuing our Pacifist Challenge playthrough. And if you're just tuning in, there is a link to the full playlist down in the description, so check that out if you need to get all caught up and stuff. But we are currently being accompanied by a little companion here. Hello, we hired him with some of the fish that we caught recently, and very importantly, this man has an axe on him, so we are going to bring him back to our shelter. And we're going to start chopping down the forest there. So I'm anxious. Oh, we just encountered another adventurer. Okay, hello there. Look, twinsies. Hello. Let's take a look at this guy. What's he got on him? Hand axe, 2 hand axes. Interesting. But I don't think we have enough food to hire this guy. Yeah, unfortunately not. I traded the other batch of fish that I had caught for these 2 iron fish hooks. So that's what we're going to be doing while our little buddy here chops down trees and makes us some boards and stuff back at camp. We're going to work on crafting up a fishing pole, and I hope with the mod set that we've got here installed, we're going to be able to do that. I'm pretty sure we can, but I need to confirm that. Regardless, guys, you can see we're making that trek here up north, and I almost don't have to worry about the temperature at all. Things have warmed up here pretty good. Our garden is in full swing, and of course I'll show you that as soon as we return to our nice little home by the river. But we're almost there. In fact, we've made it. Boom, we are hungry, we're cold, we're weary, but we've done it. We've got back to our location. Here it is, the beautiful campsite. And as you can see, I've got a fence set up over here around one of our little gardens. Well, that's the biggest garden actually, but first things first, we've got to get some orders set for our companion. I'm probably going to have a little snack before bed, warm up, and then we're going to go check our net out in the water, see how that's doing. But guys, thank you for joining me here in the Unreal World. Hit that like button if you're pumped for today's episode. Like I said, let's get started. All right, so John is getting pretty hungry right now. You can see the nutrition level is scarce. So we're not quite starving yet, but we're right there next to starvation. So let's go ahead and pull this net. Come on, baby. Hey, we got another salmon. Oh, that was the last fish we got out of the net too, was another salmon. So that's pretty darn good. Let's throw the net on this side of the rapids. We'll put them in the rapids this time. That last catch was in the calmer waters just to the left, but we'll see how the rapids do this time around. Regardless, still don't have a punt yet, so we're limited to just the shallows, but I've only got the one net as well. But that village we just came from in the previous episode where we had our blacksmith order in, where I hired our little friend here, they have a punt, a net. They've also got some clothing that John would like to purchase because unfortunately he's still shirtless. That's right, he's only got leather boots and linen trousers on at the moment. We traded away the rest of our clothing for various different survival tools, but we're going to get back up on our feet. And like I said, now that we've got this companion, look, he's already chopped down 1 tree for me. Good job. I think he's working on this one right here in front of me. So I'm going to let him chop down a few, and then I'm going to order him to start making boards. And that's where the real wealth creation is going to start. Of course, we are going to be trading away a lot of our herbs and the things that we grow, but I mean, we've got like a whole season before that's ready to go. So the boards and whatever we can craft out of those are going to be our major source of trading goods. Now, just one side note I'm going to mention, because I've had several people recommend different things I could craft up to trade, but obviously, we're not doing any skins. Since John is a pacifist, he can't hunt or trap, and he will also not contribute to other people's hunting and trapping of animals. So what that means is we're not going to make bows or arrows for trading. We're not going to make traps of any kind. Those are going to be totally off limits to John. You know, he doesn't want to, like I say, contribute to the death of animals, even if he's not doing it himself directly. Indirect contribution is also not allowed. So it does restrict us in what we can make, but still, trust me, with the mod set we've got here, there's still a ton of stuff we can make. And things like axes are totally fine. You know, we could start making axes and trading those away, because an axe is essentially a tool, just like a knife, you know. But a sword is a weapon of combat and war and violence, so we won't be making swords, for instance. But like I said, just want to cover that for anybody who's new or hasn't, heard those rules, they're self-imposed. But, I just came off of a series where I did an entire campaign against the Nerpezit. We had essentially a one-man war. So we're taking the opposite turn in this series. We're going for a peaceful, calm, no combat kind of run this time. Okay, so we've cooked up our salmon. Our companion is hard at work. I'm going to grab this yarn right here, and I'm pretty sure that's all we're going to need. Everything else we should have for this fishing rod. So let's get into it. We come to our handicraft options menu, go down to fishing. There it is, the first item. We don't have to worry about the fish hooks. Again, we bought a couple of metal ones from the blacksmith. He made a total of 6 of them, but I couldn't afford that many, so we just bought 2. I wonder what the difference between this fishing rod is and this one. There might not be any difference. No, that's the same recipe as the one up top. Okay, so we'll just do this right here. Of course, I'm going to use my nettle yarn. It's totally fine. Yeah, there we go. 2 fine iron fish hooks. Let's use one of those. I bought 2. I could have just gone 1 and had a little food left over for me, but you know the old expression in survival, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So we definitely want to have more than 1 here. Okay, so we should have a fishing pole now. Let's see, where is it? No, that's not a fishing rod with iron hook. We've done it. We've got one. Okay, so I'm going to drop some of this junk here. And you know what? I'm also going to drop this javelin because we don't need it anymore. So get out of here. And let's see. I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's all the stuff I don't need. Okay, so let's do some fishing. Now, wait a second. Hold on. We go back to the fishing menu real quick. I thought I saw bait. I actually think it was under a different menu option now. I think it's under utility articles. Yeah, look at this. So fish bait, veg bait, or seed bait. I don't know how that works. I guess we would prepare it and then attach it to the pole like you normally do. Well, we've got plenty of seeds, so let's pick up. I got a box of them right here. Yeah, we got 12 pounds of hemp seeds. Let's see if we can do that. We'll make up some seed bait here. What was that under? Utility articles, seed bait, 10 pieces. Sounds like a lot. All right, we need 0.3 pounds of seeds. That's not bad. We've definitely got that. Boom, there we go. So how does that work? Do we then like attach that to our fishing rod? No. Hold on, let's go in. Only weapons armed with clothes can be examined. Huh. I'm not sure how that works, but I'll experiment with it and see if I can't figure it out, and also see if we can catch some fish with this new pole. Okay, so the first cast I caught 4 roaches. Now granted, that's not a lot of fish. It's 1.3 pounds. Roaches are pretty small, apparently. I've never heard of a roach before playing this game, but there they are. So, and also it just prompted me whenever I went to actively fish. Let's try a different spot down a little bit closer to the center of the river. Oh, I got a fire lit right here. We'll fish at this location. So I select my fishing rod from my active fishing menu. Boom, there it is. And then it says you may now put a piece of food item as bait. There we go. So we'll use our hemp baits. There we go. And we got 4 roaches and 2 pikes, man. Oh, man. I can tell already that this is just so superior than fishing with a crude javelin. Absolutely. This thing is amazing. Hasn't even lost any durability yet. It's still at 100% condition, so this is good. This is good. I think it's going to rival our net now for value, like food production, essentially. So, we've also got to be careful too, because in the last episode the temperature changed enough that it is now too hot and humid to actually dry our fish. So we can't dry anymore for the season. We got to wait until next fall before that's going to be available again. So in other words, we have to smoke our fish indoors if we want to do any long-term preservation. So essentially, I could travel to one of these little villages just nearby. This is one of our old camps right here. That's the first camp we established, but this and this, these are 2 little settlements. So you can borrow an NPC's cabin and fire to smoke your food, and typically the NPCs won't bother it as long as you get back to it in a reasonable amount of time once it's prepared. But I think we're just going to try and build our own little smoker. Now that we've got a friend here and he's going to be cutting down some stuff for me, we can make a small little cabin, you know, just be like a 1x2 size where we literally, the only thing we have in it is a stove, you know, for smoking fish. So I'll try and work on that. And like I said, I'm going to also try and restrain myself from doing too much fishing here, because now that we're catching it like crazy, man, that's all I want to do. But I don't want to overfish, certainly. Oh yes, you gotta check this out. Our little companion here, Recco, has been making me some boards as requested. Look at this, just what I was hoping. 3 perfect boards, that's the highest quality. 7 fine boards, it's like the second highest quality. And then 9 regulars, and he's only made 1 inferior board out of this trunk. I guarantee if we had tried to chop these boards, we would have done it. It would have taken half the day, and we would certainly not have made this high quality stuff. So I've said it before, the NPCs for whatever reason are very good at making boards, so I'm gonna let him continue with that while we go check our net that's out here. We've got it set in the rapids, so let's pick this up. No fish in this net. I do seem to have a little bit better luck in the calmer waters with the net, so I'm gonna toss it back on that side of our little boundary line. And again, I've got plenty of food on me, so I don't need to be fishing. I'm also making sure to sacrifice too. Every day I'm doing a sacrifice, because I have been getting some of those notifications that like the woods look scary and the waters are threatening. So that means we're not quite in good with the spirit realm yet, so we need to continue sacrificing. But I think it's about time to start handcrafting some stuff. Let's grab well, first things first, I do want to craft just a paddle for myself here. And I'm going to step away from everything else because I just want to use this one board I picked up. Let's see, transport paddle. All right, let's see how long this takes. It's also going to kind of gauge whether or not this is going to be a viable trading item too, these paddles. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we got a decent paddle. It only took a couple of hours. I don't know exactly what the trade value of this paddle would be, but that's a good start. That's a good... Oh, there he is. I was going to say, where'd he go? Yeah, it does take him a while to craft up those boards, but he's working on it. So, I don't know. Maybe the paddle is a good option. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'll make several paddles. We'll make like 5 of these. Then I'll find something else that we can craft up with boards or whatnot. No traps, though. Remember, no traps. And we'll try and trade away the different things. See which one is probably the best. But this paddle I'm going to keep there. I'm going to drop that right there. Actually, let's pick it up. Let's move it over here. I don't want it sitting right on top of my raft. That can get a little confusing when I try and pick up fish and stuff. But that will be the paddle we use once we get our own punt too, which I don't know. Depending on the value of the trade goods we make with the boards, I might just trade for one. I'm pretty sure we can make one, but it's probably a process, a long, lengthy process too. And it might require certain tools that we don't have yet, but I'm not sure. Like I said, we'll just keep crafting up boards for now. Well, look at what John has found here, sitting on the ground. Some eggs right next to a tree. I wonder if they fell out of the nest there. They're still fresh, too. If these sit on the ground too long, they do rot. But John's not going to bother these. We're going to let the little baby birds hatch out of their eggs because we don't need them, you know. There are some recipes that call for eggs, which we might try and make down the road. But no, we don't have, like I said, we're not really hurting for food at the moment, so we're not going to disturb that bird's eggs right there. But what I'm doing now is looking for birch saplings here, where there's one up there. We're kind of on the other side. Our campsite is just to the east over here. But I see a birch sapling right here. I've collected a few of these. Let's see how many I've got now. I've got 6 of them. I'm pretty sure I need 3 more. 9. So what I'm trying to do is make a lipo, which I'm probably mispronouncing it, but if we go to fishing, there it is, the lipo or lipo. It is a kind of dip net used for catching fish from rapids and shallow waters. So I figure this will be perfect for us. I mean, anything that we can get to help us with our fishing will work. And I don't think I'm going to trade this away because coming across 10, oh, I need 10 total, birch saplings is not that easy. Those saplings are not that easy to come by. But everything else is fairly common and not that difficult to make. But like I said, the birch saplings, I've had to kind of scour the forest for them. So it's not really that viable as a trading thing, but it's going to be good to have it. And, you know, I don't think I've ever actually used one of these for its intended purpose before. So it'll be good in this playthrough to actually try that out. Oh man, I am crafting this lipo here, and it is taking hours to do it. I should have lit a fire too. My warmth level's getting chilly here. Our guy is standing right next to us. He's not working at all, so I think we're gonna be fine. Dang, that thing took 5.5 hours to make, but we've got one now. So where is it? Where is it? There it is. It's a 4-pound item. Like I say, it's just a kind of a dip net used for catching fish from rapid, shallow water. We should probably get on our raft and use that. Get out there a little bit by those rocks. Let's see. When the fish to be caught are migrating upstream to their spawning locations and during the active spawning periods, thus the most common fish that are caught with the lipo are migratory salmon and larvettes. Okay, fishing with the is done by standing on rocks in the river. Okay, the location is often suitable when there are several rocks around, as these are usually places where both resting and spawning river fish are found and can be caught. See, this is giving us some tips on where to fish too. The lipo is lowered into the water, down to the bottom, carefully dry. Okay, yeah, we'll let that all just take place on its own. Okay, so let's give it a try. It says additionally a lipo can also be used from the shore to catch spawning pikes or breams. Oh, interesting. So, first things first, let's give an order to our guy here. Go ahead and cut me down some more trees, buddy. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it, I canceled the order too. Whenever you jump out to the world map like that, I'm pretty sure the orders get canceled. Alright, so go ahead and cut down some trees. We are cold. So I think I'm gonna warm up real quick, start a fire, have a little meal, and then we're gonna try fishing with the lipo. Okay, so I got on the raft. I came out here to some of these rocks. The campsite is just down to the left a ways. This is the only set that I could actually access without having to climb. I'm not going to do any climbing if I can totally avoid it. There was one spot here I could get up on those rocks, but like I say, I would be required to climb. So let's first try this spot. If it doesn't work here, we'll go somewhere else, but let's apply the lipo. There it is. It's working. Okay. Whether or not we catch anything, that's different. Nope, didn't manage to catch anything. Let's try our fishing pole while we're out here too. I'm going to come out into the deeper waters. Actually, hold on. Let me look at these rocks. I might be able to get onto these rocks from here. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, okay. No, don't go in the water. Okay, we'll try it from here. This might be the perfect spot for the lipo. Let's do it. No, didn't manage to catch anything. Keep trying. No, didn't manage. All right, we'll try over on this spot. Let's see how that goes. Now that's several hours that we gave it a shot. I might not be in the perfect location for it, but it definitely seems like that's kind of what it described, doesn't it? I don't know. Either way, let's go ahead, have a little bite here. Yeah, we'll take a drink, have a little picnic out here on the raft. There we go. Now, let's try some active fishing. Oh, hold on. Let's try some active fishing, see how this goes. Man, these roaches, you gotta eat like 4 of them to fill up. All right, here we go. Shift F, active fishing. We could use the lipo from this menu, but we'll do the fishing rod here with a little bit of hemp bait on there. Nope, didn't manage to catch anything. Okay, that's the first time I've failed with my fishing net. Let's repeat that just a little bit farther down, or with my fishing rod. Oh, dang it. No. Oh well. We should probably head to bed, but I think I want to check my net before we do. So let's zoom over here. Man, I tell you what, once we do get that punt Of course, we'll be able to access all the water, no matter what the depth is. So there's going to be some really good spots, I think, in these rapids. We picked a really nice spot here, lucked into it basically. But okay, here we go. Let's zoom in and see what our net has to offer. Come on, baby. Oh, nothing in the net. Darn it. You know what? I'm tempted to go to the other side of the river. Let's zoom all the way over here. Okay, yeah. This is obviously where the other side of the rapids ends. Let's come all the way up here. Let's drop our net in this side. Maybe we've overfished the other side a little too much. Man, oh man, I am having way better luck in the calm waters as opposed to the rapids right now. Maybe it's just the time of year, but look at that. 2 perches and a salmon out of the net right there. And it's not just with the net, too. It is with the fishing rod as well. I haven't caught anything with the lipo yet, but I haven't tried much more than what I showed you guys. But yeah, we're still on the opposite side. I'm just tossing that net right back in the calm water. Let's actually try some active fishing over here. I've kind of put aside that idea of not catching too many fish, and I was thinking about it. If I catch a whole bunch of fish and roast them, we can probably run down to the south and do a little bit more trading, so that would be cool. I don't know exactly what I want. I know there's a bunch of items. Probably the punt would be the best thing to go for next, but anyway, let's go with this. These hemp baits are amazing. They've lasted for a long time. There it is, 2 roaches, or a roach and 2 perches. I mean, it's not huge, but this calm water is like, it must be seasonal too. I'm sure there are times during the early spring when the rapids are the place to be or whatever. I'm gonna have to get on the wiki and read about seasonal fishing, see if that is a thing or not. I know obviously with agriculture it's definitely a thing, but it seems like it is too now with the fishing. So we're doing good over here. We are definitely up to our ears in fish and stuff. And you know what I've noticed too with our crafting, that there is some interesting fish items that we can do. We can do like a fish glue, and I think we can even process the fish. And let's see, where did I see that? Clean fish. I think this will actually give me fish bones. Let's try this salmon here. I don't have a fishing nice. Okay, we obtained a decent salmon cut. Now, either that's... Oh, that definitely reduced the size of it, didn't it? I think that's going to be something we need for some of our recipes going forward. But, oh, okay, no, I see. Oh, the big salmon is still there, and it just took 1 pound off of it. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any bones or anything, though. We might have to do the whole fish. I'm not sure. Still kind of learning a bunch, especially with the mods here. I mean, I've used this mod set for blacksmithing and all that, but I rarely use it for fishing, so I'm still learning a lot of these different things, but I'm having fun with it, guys. I've never been a fisherman in real life or in the Unreal world, but I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I know it's supposed to be an agriculture playthrough, but honestly, there's not much to do once you get things planted. It's just about killing time, so having the secondary backup activity of fishing and exploring and figuring out what to do in that realm, it's really helped, I think, at least keep my interest going in the series and stuff. I hope it's true for you guys. Let me know down in the comments. Well, I don't know what is going on with this companion, but this guy is constantly disappearing. Like, I'll order him to go chop down trees. There are literally no trees that around here that he's chopped down, and I have no idea where he's at. He's just disappeared. He didn't leave. Trust me, he did not tell me that he was leaving. So I don't know. Usually the trick is if you lose your companion or something, just jump out to the world map, because it kind of resets them. They should be nearby, but I'm even like moving around and this guy's just gone. I have no idea what happened to him. It's possible he got into like a fight with a bear or something, but I don't think he would just automatically go aggressive unless I told him to attack a bear or something like that. Look at this. There's no trees knocked down anywhere in the area, and he's just gone. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, I'm all the way down here by my raft where our other nets are set up, and he is nowhere. There's no signs of his work or anything. That's crazy. he must have died somehow. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, look, there he is. That little magician just straight up literally appears out of nowhere. All right, bro, you're going to just stand right there and split those tree trunks that I got a pile of. Well, he didn't get as many trees chopped down as I like, but ultimately we did get a whole bunch of good boards. Look at this. So I haven't done much more crafting. I've just been playing around with fishing, but I do plan on making some paddles and stuff. Like I said, we'll try out a few other trade goods, and we're going to do another big trade trip. I think, like I said, I'm trying to get some fish going just in case they don't like our paddles. So we'll be prepared with a bunch of different stuff. I might even try and pick up an animal too. So that's something we haven't really discussed. A few people have recommended it in the comments, and it's another thing that the mods add is like you can do wool processing, you can shear sheep with these. So again, too, I should mention, if you want to play with these mods, there's a link to the mod set. It's a whole bunch of mods combined into one, and there's also instructions on how to install that down in the description as well. But either way, guys, I think we'll end today's episode right here next to our little magician guy. I'm going to keep a close eye on him, but tune in for the next episode, guys. I hope you're enjoying the series. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all on the next one. Hey everyone, I just want to give a personal thank you to my Patreon supporters. Their contributions help make my work possible, and I am tremendously grateful to them. I'd also like to extend an invitation to you to help support my work on Patreon as well. Your donations allow me to upgrade my PC and avoid the dreaded hardware despair. It also gives me more time to devote to new projects and create longer content such as live streaming. No matter what you decide, thank you for visiting my channel.